Hi guys, Elfin here. Really happy to have been asked by the Humble Jumble crew to write 10 top tips for things to think about when you're jumbling. What I've done is I've taken an old Christmas card and I've cut it in half and I've kept the picture side for 2020 Christmas. But what I've done with the other side is write some notes for today's YouTube video that I'm making you. So I've written 10 top tips as requested from me. I'm really well known on the jumble scene, and I think I can share some of that skill with you today. So listen up, listen carefully and make some notes. Let's jump into it. Number 1, queue. So what I mean by this is do get there early and expect a queue. A jumble can be a ferocious and very competitive environment. Don't be fearful. There will be people pushing and shoving. What I always say is remain composed. Never be the one to push. So get there early. Would add in the queue bit, I've just written eye contact. So what I mean is try and make new friends. There'll be people in the queue that you don't know. So what I'm saying to you is if you don't know someone, remember a stranger is a friend that you haven't met yet, and you might end up jumble sailing together next week. So try and make a friend. Number 2, Vicks, little top tip from the top. I take a little bit of Vicks vapor rub and I pop it under my nose because jumbles can get a bit pongy, right? A little bit pongy. So what I do is I pop a little itty bitty of Vicks, and what it does is it just takes away that slight musty stench of body odour that some of the clothes have. If we are going to take things to the jumble, guys, remember to get them thoroughly dry cleaned first. Okay. Number 3, pack a bag. It's a climate emergency, guys. I need not remind you. So do pack a bag. Take 2 or 3. Now you do get some stalls that are thinking ahead and they pack some plucky bags under the table. But for me, I always take my own. No one wants that really high pile on the arm. And then you get back to your Corsa and that little gold number that you really wanted is gone because it's dropped off your arm. So pack a bag. Number 4, earplugs. Sounds strange, I know. Earplugs, or take a little bit of a phone with them and listen to some music. Now I say this is because jumbles can get really bitchy and you don't want to hear things that you don't want to hear. If you want to concentrate like I do, I just zone out. That's not to say if Sarah or Philip want to talk to you, you can't and have a little quick chat. But you don't want to hear things that are not nice. They can get really heated in that environment and really grabby. So try and just stay in your zone. Concentrate on getting your bargains. Number 5, take some snacks. I like to take a tiny little tote bag with maybe a satsuma, a small orange bar, like a club bar, and maybe just one folded sandwich, just a half. And we'll talk about refreshments later, but for me that means you've got sustenance and you're not going to start panicking halfway through a really long table search. Take a snack. 6, be polite. I mentioned this earlier a little bit, but being kind can really pay back. You might find that Sarah's over there and she's tried a dress on that you really wanted. Turns out it doesn't fit her. Now if you were nasty earlier, she ain't going to share that with you. So what I'm saying to you is be kind at all times. If you are kind, then it's going to pay back because she'll give you that dress. Okay. Number 7, think ambitious. Don't write off any item. It might be an oversized checkered shirt. It might be some trousers that are way too small. Always think ambitious. Could it fit? Might it fit? Might it work for somebody else? I'm just saying it's a really quick bit of tip, but think out of the box. Don't look needy or look greedy. It's just a phrase I've always taken with me, and I mean that whether you're in the pub or the jumble. Don't look needy or be greedy. Don't look like you need loads of stuff because people are going to panic. You're going to grab everything. And don't be greedy. Don't take too much stuff. Just remember, everybody's clothes are going to be jumble one day. So think about that. I've actually printed some t-shirts, so I'll be bringing them to the next jumble that say, don't look needy or be greedy. 9, refreshments. Now I mentioned it earlier about bringing your own, but what I do like to do is to go to the refreshment table, buy an itty bitty little cup of tea, because every single penny counts to the fundraiser. And if you're buying a cup of tea and it says 20p, don't be a tight ass, give them 40. Lastly, what I've written here sounds funny, but try and say goodbye to everybody, yeah? Try and say goodbye to everybody, because you never know. Later on, you might see them. It's a theme through all of my notes, but keep that polite vibe, keep those manners in, try and say goodbye to all the room. What I often do just at the end, when I'm leaving the hall, is I turn around and I just get a little bit louder and I shout, bye! Just to make sure they can hear, okay? They're the 10 things I thought of off the top of my head. I'm going to see you on Saturday. Humble Jumble, 1 till 4 at Mary's Stoke Hall, Church Hall, Ipswich. Now listen, no pressure. People like me have done it all the time, so I feel like a total natural. But I'm there to hold your hand. Take care, guys. I'll take you on the jumble with me. See you in the queue, guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe and follow all my YouTube and podcasts. And don't copy my style.